Hi, I'm Julia, and thank you so much for joining me for part 2 of the chakra balancing series. Today we're going to be working with the second chakra, Swadhisthana, which is literally translated to one's own place. Located about 2 inches below the navel, the sacral chakra is responsible for your sense of self-worth. It also governs emotions, creativity, sexuality, and desire. The energy that comes from this chakra really defines how we connect to others and what those connections mean to us. So if you join me on your mat, come to a comfortable seated position. We're going to introduce today's collective affirmation, which is, I accept myself fully. If you need, you can grab your blanket for a little bit of extra support. Helps take some pressure off the lower back. You want to elevate the hips over the knees so that they naturally pour forward and you can keep that curvature in your spine. And so from here, we're going to take the palms, place them on the knees. And as you inhale, reach the chest forward, arch the back, lean forward a little bit. Exhale, round the back, draw the navel in towards the spine. Drop the head a little. With your own breath, we're just going to move back and forth between these two positions. Inhaling, reaching forward, exhaling, rounding the spine, rounding the shoulders, drawing in the navel. Allow your breath to lead your movements. Just waking up the spine a little bit. Move into some circles. Inhaling, moving through the front, exhaling, rounding the back to the right side. Inhale, reach forward, pull towards the right. Exhale, round the spine, draw the navel in. With your own breath, a couple more times to the right side. And then to the left. Inhale, forward. Exhale to the back. And you can just release, come back to neutral. We're going to come to hands and knees. You can keep your padding if you want. A little bit of extra support here. Hips directly above the knees, shoulders directly above the wrists. And what we're going to do here is create our own little flow. So as you inhale, drop the belly, look up for your cow pose. Exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips up and back for a downward dog. So inhale, drop the knees, reach forward for cat. Exhale, move through that rounded back, but lift the hips back for downward dog. Inhale, drop the knees, reach the head forward. Round the spine, arch the back. Exhale, tuck the toes, push the hips back for a downward dog. Just with your own breath. A couple more times. We're going to add a little child's pose here. So inhale, exhale, the hips back. Inhale, come back to tabletop. Exhale, hips back to downward dog. Inhale, come forward, hands and knees. Exhale, hips back into child's pose. Inhale, reach forward with the chest. Exhale, send the hips back towards the back of the room. Reach through the heels. Hands and knees, child's pose. Inhale, back up, tuck the toes, downward dog. Inhale, reach forward, hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, come forward, tuck the toes, send the hips back. We're gonna stay here for a minute. Maybe paddle out the feet. Spend some time here, just waking up the body. Pull the collarbones towards the mat, towards the backs of the feet. Inhale, we're gonna come towards the top of a push-up. Make sure your shoulders are directly above your wrists. Exhale, lower down in between the hands. Stop right before you get towards your mat. Untuck the toes, come towards the ball of feet. And inhale, reach up through the crown of the head. The only things that should be in contact with your mat are your hands and the tops of your feet. So really just expanding through the belly and stretching out the lower abs here. Tuck the toes, send the hips up and back, downward dog. Inhale, look up in between the hands, step, jump, or hop your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, peel the chest forward, reach through the collarbones, flatten the back. Exhale, fold forward, little micro bend in the knees. Inhale, sit the hips, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Hands come to the mat, straighten out those legs. Inhale, reach forward, peel the chest off of the hips. Exhale, fold, bend the knees slightly. Place the hands, step back into your plank pose and move through your vinyasa, lowering down in between the hands, stopping at the last second, inhaling, reach up. Back feet, tops of the feet in contact with the mat. Tuck the toes, send the hips up and back. From here, we're gonna inhale the right leg up and back behind you. Exhale, bring the right knee towards the right wrist and lay the foot down in front of you. Untuck those back toes. You wanna make sure you have a little bit of buoyancy here. Take a long, deep inhale. Exhale, fold forward over that right hip. Breathe here. The sacral chakra is located a couple of inches below the navel, and it's our passion center. So we really want to work into the hips here to remove any blockages and release any unnecessary tension. I'll linger here for a second, so notice if you're clenching your jaw, maybe clenching your shoulders up towards your ears. Anywhere that you can release, please do so. Breathe into this stretch. Long, deep inhale and exhale here. Come back on the palms of your hands. As always, we're gonna come out the same way we came in. So tuck those back toes and inhale, lift the right leg up, back behind you. Exhale, place it down, downward dog. You can stay here, or you can take a vinyasa, inhaling towards the top of a push-up. Exhale, lower down in between the hands. Inhaling, pull through the chest, come up on the tops of the feet. Exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips back towards the back of the room, downward dog. Inhale the left leg up and back behind you. Exhaling, bring the left knee towards the left wrist, laying the leg down out in front of you. You can untuck the back toes, adjust so you have that little bit of buoyancy here. Long, deep inhale. Exhale, fold forward. If it's uncomfortable for you to fold all the way forward, you can just stay up on your forearms too. If it's possible though, keep your forehead in contact with the mat. Releasing any unnecessary tension here. Notice if your mind has wandered, bring it back to this room, back to your intention, back to your breathing. And as you inhale, come back on those palms, lifting back up. Tuck the right toes. Lift the left leg up and back behind you. Extending towards the ceiling. Exhale, place it back down. Downward dog. Inhale, vinyasa towards the top of the push-up. Exhale, lower down in between the hands. Pull through, reach up through the crown of the head. Come on the tops of the feet. Exhale, tuck the toes. Send the hips up and back. Inhaling, look in between the hands. Step, jump, or hop your feet towards the front of the mat. Inhale, reach the chest forward. Hands come to the shins or the thighs. Exhale, fold forward. And from here, we're going to do a little flow in your forward fold. So bend the knees here as you exhale. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Knees bend a little bit. Working into that lower back. Inhaling, reaching forward through the collarbones. Exhale, folding forward, bending those knees. Inhale, reach forward, flat back through the crown of the head. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step back into your downward dog. Inhale, reach the right leg up and back behind you, making sure you don't open the hips out to the side. Hips are on one track, lifting through the hip flexor. Exhale, pull it through, place it down in between the hands. Drop the knee here. Inhale, reach the arms up for a low lunge. If this is enough for you, you can stay here. If you'd like a little bit more, we're gonna bend that back knee. Grab the back foot with the right hand and twist open to the right side. A couple of long, deep breaths here. And exhale, release. Frame that front foot again, coming on the ball of the left foot. Inhale, reach the right leg up, back behind you. Exhale, place it down for a downward dog. You can stay here, or you can take a vinyasa, inhaling to the top of a push-up. Exhale, lower. Inhaling, reach through the crown of the head on the tops of the feet. Exhale, meet me back in downward dog. Inhale the left leg up and back behind you. Exhale, pull it through, place it down in between the hands. Drop that back knee on your padding. Inhale, lift up through the hips. Low lunge. Drawing the navel in towards the spine here. Shoulders pulled away from the ears, down the back. If this is enough for you, stay here. If you'd like to take that same option to bend the back knee, release. Place the hands around that front foot, tuck the back toes. Send the left leg up, back behind you. Exhale, place it down. Downward dog. Pedal out the feet here. Releasing a lot of that hip work. Four breaths here. On your next exhale, step the feet to meet the hands at the top of your mat. Inhaling, reaching forward through the collarbones, peel the chest off of the knees. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sit the hips back. Inhaling, traveling up through chair. Reach the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Check in here. Notice what's changed. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhaling, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway, hands to the shins or thighs. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step back into downward dog. We're gonna drop those knees, sit the hips back for a child's pose. Breathe here. You're gonna walk the hands out to the right side. You're getting a stretch through that left side body. Come back through center, walk the hands out to the left side. Stretching out that right side body. Inhale, come back through center. And we're gonna move a couple more times through that flow that we had in the beginning. So inhale, reach the chest forward. Exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips back, downward dog. Inhale, drop the knees, reach the chest forward, arch the back. Exhale, send the hips towards the heels, child's pose. Inhale, pull the chest forward, arch the back, lift the head. Exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips back, downward dog. Inhale, roll forward, drop the knees, arch the back, lift the head. Exhale, round the spine, drop the head, child's pose. One more time. Inhale, coming to your cat, arching the back, looking up. Exhaling, tuck the toes, reach through the hips towards the back of the room. Inhale, coming to all fours. Exhale, child's pose. And then we're going to go ahead and just come to lying down on your mat. So you can remove your blanket or whatever props you're using. So keeping the knees bent here, feet on the mat, we're going to inhale, lift the right leg up, turn the knee out to the side, bring the right side of your foot towards the thigh, and allow the knee to fall to the side. And as you inhale, you're going to take your hands, weave it in between that space you've made, interlace them behind the left thigh, and pull that thigh in towards the center of your chest. For reclining pigeon. Breathe here. Exhaling, you can release that right leg. Switch the cross, bringing the left outer edge of the foot towards the right thigh. Interlace those hands back behind the right leg. Inhale here and exhale, pull the knee in towards the center of your chest. Release. You're going to cross that right leg over the left. Bring the arms out into a T. Allow the legs to fall to the left side. Gaze to the right. Take a minute to come back to your intention here. Our collective intention to nurture the second sacral chakra. I enjoy life fully. Inhaling, coming up through center. Switch the cross of your legs. Allow the knees to fall to the right side. Gaze to the left. Inhale, moving up through center. You can bring those knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little hug. And exhale, release the legs out in front of you. Getting ready for your Shavasana. Releasing all conscious control of your breath. Letting go of your thoughts. Really relaxing, closing the eyes, just releasing onto the mat. Start deepening the breath. Introducing small movements in the hands and the feet. Turning over onto one side. You can use that left hand to really push in towards the mat. Give yourself a little bit of extra assistance. Come back to your comfortable seated position. Lengthening through the crown of the head. Hands come to heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.